It's your boy Jay back with another reaction video, whatever's on the noggin, where we sit here and discuss about whatever's on the noggin. It'd be a true blessing if you could subscribe to my channel. You see that like button? Hit that like button below. See that bell icon in the corner? Hit it so you can be notified when my videos drop. And as always, giving credit to the content creator of these videos. Let's get into it.
I was a single mother, so I didn't have time to sit down. I remember one day, and this, like, Marcel was like 4 years old. I was so tired, I wanted to cry. Like, you know, I wouldn't wish being a single parent on my worst enemy. Literally, because...
But you have a lot of ladies out here that want to be single. Let's get into this video. Let's see what we can learn from this.
You know, think about when you're exhausted and it's like the baby's crying. Oh, can you go get him, honey? There was no honey.
I feel like I want to give up on my sons. They lazy. They dirty. The one 14-year-old, he's rude and disrespectful. The boy told me I need to get a better job and make more money, and I need to buy a better house. And I am a single mother of 5.
Damn, 5 children.
For my kids. I do everything for my kids.
And it's my job to talk you through this. Your father would have talked you through this, but your mama ran him away before he gave you the game.
Basically. Facts.
You are only child.
Only child.
Your father left at the age of 5?
Yeah, he was 4 or 5. He was in the Air Force, and when he got out, he was an anesthesiologist.
Was it important to mend that relationship before he passed?
Of
Yeah, I
course.
did. I remember him. My mom was like, "What you looking for him for?" You know, because they be mad. But my mother really ran him off. She was just, she ran him off, man. She was a monster, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did your dad say that?
Oh no, I just saw it. I saw it.
I don't really say this eloquently. If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father.
Wow. Did you hear what she just said? Let me break it down to you. So basically, you know, it takes 2 to raise children. That child is more likely to be successful with both parents in a house. But if that child is raised by the father, that child had the same opportunities as if the mother was in the household. You reverse, let her cook.
So if we want to keep children, adults, out of prison, mother, father, or just father? Well, we don't want to hear just father.
Like she said, women don't want to hear just father, because the majority of people that feel the prison systems are, you know, are our people. And like I said, nine times out of 10, the majority of them was raised by single parents that didn't know how to teach them or know what to do with them. So you need that father figure in a household, but the women usually drive them out. For some odd reason, it's always the guy's fault. I don't get it.
So let's try to keep the families
So
intact.
if I worked 12 hours and I come
still
home,
honey.
I was still honey. I still, if the baby's sick, everything fell on
Call
me.
responsibility.
You know, and I just remember one day I was on the sofa and I just wanted to give up. But
And it is a lot being single, a single mom out here raising children. Don't get it twisted. It is, but that's why it takes 2. You get what I'm saying? You have one to lighten the load off the other.
They won't clean. They won't do chores. Like, they won't walk the dog. They won't do nothing but play the
Video games all day.
And I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of trying to tell them how to be a man, because a woman can't teach a man how to be a man.
Exactly.
And there's nobody fault but my own, because I knew who I was fucking. But damn, like, one, he ain't nowhere in his life. And the other one, I was married, and this child cheated on me and then denied my child. Like, what the did I do to you?
All about you.
You know, I watched my mother work 2 jobs, you know, and to put food on the table and pay the rent for our little apartment, you know. And so I grew up going, that's what you have to do. You got to work however many jobs and grind hard to make it happen. But that's not in me either. You know, I think those thoughts, but then my ancestors go, girl, you better get up.
You're right.
I'm gonna be honest.
A lot of moms regret their kids. A lot of moms hate their kids.
They'll
a lot
never-
of moms don't like their kids.
They'll never admit that they hate their kids, but it's in the scriptures. The majority of these parents hate their children. I honestly believe if there were no government assistance to be given out for women having children, most of these women having children, they'll give a child to the father. They'll get a child to the father.
A lot of moms are being moms.
That's just my
because they
opinion.
have to. If majority of these moms had the choice to give their kids away with no repercussions,
They'll do it.
they would.
With no government
And
assistance,
I
they'll do
would,
it.
because I probably would too. You know what? I know I would. You want to know why? Because it's not fair for one person to sit around and be the caregiver,
I agree.
the financial provider, the emotional support, everything.
I
for
agree.
1, 2, 3, 4 children.
Hold on. We have to ask this question. 4 kids. How do you make a mistake 4 times? How do you choose the wrong person 4 times? Are they different people? Or are you just continually having babies with this person over and over again? In any case, it proves that you have absolutely garbage taste in men.
Cause, like, I like him.
So you
I'm
like
just not
him enough
sure.
to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him?
Like, I'm working on it.
Let me re-
You see how slow she is? He just asked a simple ass question. You like them whenever you like them enough to have a baby by them, but you don't like them to be with you. These women are
repeat
stupid.
this for you. You like him enough to get pregnant by him,
Exactly.
but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him.
Make it make sense.
Like, so
So what's more important? Basically, what he's sitting there saying. What's more important? The most important thing should be your vajayjay, your vagina. That should be your most sacred thing. That's like a treasure. You'll give your. Let's just put it like this. You'll give that man your treasure box. You'll give that man $1 billion. Your treasure box got $1 billion in it. Let's say your vajayjay got $1 billion. You just gave that man $1 billion, but you don't want to be with him. Now, when you look at it like that, you're like, you know what? That's why it's best to be married before you give your vajayjay away. Because once you give it out, the next man gonna look at it like, look, you gave it to him for free. You didn't make him do X, Y, and Z. So why should I do it? And that's just, it's crazy that the society think like that, but that's just the reality to it.
like, if I was to get pregnant, like, I wouldn't have a problem
Baby.
because it's him. Like,
Baby, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Listen to me.
Toddler
I'm gonna repeat
brain.
this one more time. You like him
She 34 with a fucking toddler brain.
enough to create a life with him. An 18-year to 21, 25-year bond. But you don't like him enough for him to be your man.
Exactly, like he just said. And when you have a kid, you already done created that agreement, that contract, that bond, where you're gonna at least have to be in that lady life. You get what I'm saying? I know what y'all don't have to be together. Like with me and my baby mom, I had to at least know her for at least 18 years until the kids was at least grown. So you be willing to give me all that time, 18 years, but you wouldn't be willing to be with me that amount of time. Make it make sense.
The immature mindset of the average Western
Toddler brain.
leads you to believe you can have everything but not have any of the consequences at the same time. And
Toddler
this is
brain.
the delusion that we live in today. This lady wants a baby but doesn't want a relationship. Then when it's very difficult in the future, when a kid is bucking up, when a kid is 16 years old, she's missing that male leadership because she didn't want to pick the right man to have the baby with. And if you can't find the right man, then don't have a baby. It's that
Exactly.
simple. I'm not disparaging anybody's choices, not
Ladies, let's do something. Everybody like be creating TikToks and all this haze and bullshit and all of this. Let's do something. Let's do a challenge for all ladies and males. Let's see if you can keep your legs closed for 90 days. When you go to a job, you're on probation for 90 days. Let's see if y'all ladies can keep y'all legs closed for 90 days. Or just sleep with one man, not multiple men, and vice versa. Guys, let's see if you can keep your legs closed for 90 days or just sleep with one woman. I challenge all of y'all. Let's do the challenge. That challenge will separate the real man from the boys and the real women from the hoes.
To be a mother. That's a little silly because everybody's not made to be a mother. Everybody's not qualified to lead the new generation.
Exactly.
Every man's not qualified to lead a family. We have to be honest with ourselves and stop this ridiculousness, because you having a baby with a man that you believe is not suitable enough to even have a relationship with is stupidity.
No woman chooses to be a single mother. That's a lie. There are tons of women who purposely choose to be a single mother.
Oh, hell yeah, because they know they can, a lot of them, I'm going to just keep it real, because they know they can just piggyback off the government and get government assistance and government help. That's the only reason.
Because in their mind, I don't want the man, I just want the baby. And I'm going to...
Why do they want the baby? They don't just want the baby just to want the baby.
Consciously choose a man I know will not fight to stay in this child's life.
Let me rephrase that. Most women love, say for instance, they sit here and say they love their kids, but in action they don't show it.
Or that I can easily push out the way, because I don't want anyone else's influence on this child. I want this child only for me.
I think so. Like,
they go to toddler brain.
Because I'm like, I had like that mindset, like if I was to get pregnant, I had a child, like, and he decides he doesn't want to be involved, like, I'm okay.
For one, a black woman don't submit enough for a man to want to lay his life down for her.
That's right.
The black man don't have enough access to his black children from black women.
Even the want to lay my life down for a black woman. You know, speaking facts.
I'll be okay. Ma'am.
Toddler brain again.
One more time. I'm gonna just do this one
toddler brain.
I want you to really listen to me. You like him enough to let him come in your vagina and possibly make a baby. You like him that much, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him.
Which one is more important, being in a relationship or giving you for JJ away? That's the question he really asking to her. But she got a toddler brain. A lot of them got toddler brains. They don't get it. They like these ladies. Most of these women are like fucking children all over again. Just look how a child act, guys. Now I'm not making this shit up. Look how a child act. Just observe a child, then observe women. It's no fucking different. No different.
Greetings, you polite savages.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. And this one's getting filed under Captain Obvious. Being a single mother is one of the most difficult tasks that anybody could undertake. But let's keep it a buck. You get there and you get down with somebody who's never shown any responsibility in their life, then you get pregnant and expect them to absolutely show responsibility in their life. These are the choices that we all make. And one thing that is very true, you can make any choice in the world you want, but that choice will lead you to consequences.
Every choice.
As always, we can only get
every choice, whether it's good or bad, got good consequences or bad consequences. And the majority of these women, most of these guys too, make fucked up decisions and it's got bad consequences. But the only difference is these guys take accountability, and a lot of these women don't. That's the difference, and that's major. That's a major thing. When you know that you're wrong or you effed up, not admitting to it.
Guaranteed to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes that truth you seek is a bitter pill, but you gotta shut up and take your medicine. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go.
Shit is short. He taking a lot of flack.
Taraji P. Henson is an excellent actress. From Empire to Hustle and Flow, she was absolutely at the forefront of black entertainment. One of the actresses, beautiful and confident. She was on the Michelle Obama podcast and she started talking about the trials and tribulations of being a single mother. And one of the things that she said was it was the absolute hardest thing that she's done. As a matter of fact, she wouldn't wish it on her worst enemy. But what I really want to do is talk about the situation that we find ourselves in with our own miscalculations and choices has led us to a harder circumstance. You see, being a single mother by nature is something that most people wind up doing by choice because people value more the child than they do the relationship that has spawned the child. You can say exactly what you want to say because I can already hear from the sisterhood. The sisterhood really needs to start telling the other ladies of the community the simple truth.
Exactly.
Or I'll say it like y'all do. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And what about yourself keeps attracting these no-ish, no-count men to keep impersonating men and impregnating you? And why are you falling for it? You have to choose the person wisely who you have a child with.
That not only have a child with who you decide to be with, lay down with, you got y'all ladies got to choose wisely. If you ask yourself, these women, why I keep running into no good man? Maybe because you got some no good pussy, or you have a no good attitude, or a no good vibe or aura around you. That's the reason why. That's the reason why.
Because every man shouldn't have
and
a
vice
child,
versa.
and every woman shouldn't have a child. It's just simple math. Choose wisely because you suffer the consequences.
Decision making.
You and your child. You dig?
Making a choice to do it by yourself and not giving your child the best foundation is just not fair to that child. I don't care how you slice it, dice it, how much money you have. If you willingly do this on your own, knowing that it's just you by yourself, no amount of money can make up for that. No amount of money. We see all the women who come on here and talk about how they got daddy issues and they didn't have their daddy and this is why they do that. What makes you think it's going to be any different for this child? Money does not raise a child. It gives them resources, things that they can do. But again, how do you explain to your child why they don't have a father?
And this has nothing to do with hate.
You know what they'll sit there and say? The dad was no damn good. It's all of the women say the same shit. If you took this shit to court, it would not stand. It would not stand. The verdict could be y'all women are fucking crazy. Every guy wrong. No, it's the way that y'all move and the decision makings that y'all do. It's all about that control factor too. A lot of ladies want to control or build a bear or build a nigga. They always want to be controlled. The shit goes back to Adam and Eve. That's what it goes back to, where Eve wanted to fucking be ahead of Adam. And that's out of fucking order. That's out of order. This whole world is out of order, really. All this shit is out of order. You got the toddler brain girl saying, I'd rather give my vajayjay away than to be in a relationship. That's like me saying I'd rather give up my fucking house to go live out there in a fucking tent in the woods. You can't make this shit up.
This is actually absolutely love. You see, I love to see a family together. I love to see kids growing up with a functional household with direction. I love to see discipline instilled in young men, femininity instilled in young women. I love people being put in a position where they can do exactly what they want to do in life, where they have chances. I love understanding that family values are generational. So if you don't have that value, how can you expect your child to have that value? How can you expect your child not to say it's acceptable to come from a broken home when the only thing you ever showed them was a broken home? I'm saying that we got to start at the root of the problem. We got to start really putting our foot down and only making babies with people that we understand will be there for the babies. A lot of you ladies make a mistake here. You say that it's the guy's fault, but if you're the one who has to take the responsibility of the child, as you say you must, then why aren't you being more selective? Marry before you carry.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's why that's old wisdom. Marry before you carry. Because when you get here, all the choices are bad. And y'all want good choices after bad decisions. It doesn't work.
Exactly.
And it ain't the men's fault.
So when he told me to have this baby and get me pregnant, it ain't his fault.
Nope.
Because I decided to go through it.
Yep.
Exactly. Because you listen to him.
So I guess, okay, so I give my criticism. So basically, my question for you is what I can do, and you're basically telling me I should just be single. I ain't gonna
You should marry your child's father. What?
No, he ain't telling you to be single. Go back to the dudes one of the guys, if you have multiple baby daddies or whatever, go choose one of them guys and marry him. That's what you do. Because you gave your treasure, your for JJ, that $1 billion, you gave him that. So go share that with him. Y'all women are fucking have fucking toddler brains. It ain't about you giving your pussy or the dude dicking you down. You want somebody that's gonna take care of you, that's gonna take care of business, somebody that's gonna not add stress but take stress away out of your life, ladies. That's what you want. You don't want the opposite. You know, stress kills. Stress brings diseases. I don't know if y'all ladies know that. All that drama shit, that only lasts for a season. That weakens your body. You get sick. Then you expire. You ladies got to start making better decisions and stop pointing the finger at the guys. Because it ain't the guys, it ain't the women coming up asking the guys for sex. It's us guys asking y'all ladies for sex. So the decision making is ultimately left up to you ladies, whether you want to open your legs or not open your legs. And half the time y'all make bad decisions. You open your legs, have 3 to 5 fucking kids, then you want to settle and get married after you done gave that there for JJ away and thinking that some kind of simp guy gonna come along and want you. No, that ain't the way it work, and that's what he explaining.
No, here's the thing. What you have to understand is the men out here who don't have children don't want to deal with a woman who couldn't submit to her baby daddy. They don't want to deal with baby daddy issues.
Exactly.
They don't want to pay for another man's child.
And a direct consequence of your action is that after you have this child out of wedlock, after you're a single mother, when you're struggling and striving, it may be very hard to find a man that you want to find. You can go celibate after having 5 kids by 4 different men. It's not going to make a difference.
It ain't going to work.
It's going to do is look at you and say, why are you making me wait for what you wouldn't let these other jokers wait for?
Exactly.
You see, men are very logical in their assumptions that once you've already let the cat out of the bag, it's hard to put the cat back in the bag.
For my husband.
You said you're doing what?
For my husband.
No, the part before that. What did you just say?
For my husband.
You said you are saving yourself for your husband.
Yes.
Are you mad? Are you a virgin?
No.
Do you have any children?
Here go another toddler brain. She's saving herself for her husband. But this BI got 5 kids with 3 different men. Which husband? Who you saving yourself for? What the 10th guy after you done had like 12 to 14, 15 babies? Which one? Choose.
Children?
5.
You got 5 children. You're not a virgin, and you're doing what?
I just want this to be the next person that
that you have a baby with, and probably take them up for child support.
You had 5, man, 5 children. You're not a virgin. How many baby daddies you got?
3.
She didn't even want to say
3
it.
baby daddies.
She laughing. Look at her.
5
She know.
children, and now you want to make a man wait till marriage?
Just give him the X and then I'll say.
So to the ladies out there, what does he gain from you for having all of these children by these different men? What does he gain? Are you delivering? Are you over-delivering on things that he's expecting? Because you definitely need him to over-deliver and provision.
Crazy.
And back to the single mother thing. A lot of ladies out there are making the choice, bold-faced making the choice to be a single mother because they feel like maybe they have enough money.
And they think that us man that's stable-minded, you know, like me, like myself, kids grown. You think I want a lady out there that got 4 or 5 kids, and I know that's a responsibility, and that's gonna be taken away from me, knowing that I done raised and did the best for my children grown, and I'm at a point in time in my life where I'm trying to focus on me, thinking I'm looking at ladies with all these women with children. Stop it. If I'm looking at you, it's just to smash, and I ain't even looking at you to do that.
To do so, or maybe they just can't find the man that they need to find. They're not gonna settle. Nope, they won't settle for anything. They have to have it all.
And won't
They
take
must have
accountability.
everything in the world that the world has ever offered, and they need it now. They need it immediately. No sense of maybe they're just not ready
now
to find who they need to find to do what they have to do. You dig?
Another question is, are you capable of receiving love? Because it's a lot of out here that's been with that would do right by them, but they are not mentally capable of receiving love. They basically reject anything that doesn't match the fantasy of what they think it should be in their brain. You know what I mean?
And they actually prefer drama like
Yeah.
that.
Drama,
That
right.
they like that. They just don't even know what to do. If you gave him just gave them a different type of scenario with the relationship, they probably wouldn't even know how to deal with it.
Indeed, you're 100% right. If you showed these bitches something outside of drama, some love, you really taking care of them, they want they'll go right back to the no good nigga. That's just what they used to. Toddler brains.
As I see,
But all women don't think like that, but the majority do.
here with y'all today, you know,
Here go another toddler brain.
I'm preparing for my embryo transfer in the next few weeks.
Toddler
now,
brain.
I'm 40 years old, just turned 40 a couple of weeks ago. Y'all know I've been very transparent about my motherhood journey. I'm doing it solo by choice. Y'all know I froze eggs at 34 years old. I'm doing this. I'm excited to be a mom. I'm scared as hell. I know it's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and yet I cannot wait to enter this mother era of my life.
Where you calling me from, Sharon? Philly, how old are you?
32.
Okay. And what you do for a living?
I'm a registered nurse.
Registered RN. Do you have any kids?
I have 4 children.
How old are your 4
Here go another toddler brain.
11 months.
Just listen to it.
5, 6, and 9. Yeah.
You're not with the daddy.
He didn't want to be in a relationship.
Really?
So,
By how many men?
3. I'm looking for somebody that I can share my life with.
Toddler brain.
Okay.
You ain't finding
I was
that.
like kind of the
Yeah, a
breadwinner
cat.
in a certain
You got somebody you can spend your life with. It's called animals. Go invest in one.
in the situation. So I made way more money than them.
So
Let me get there. I guess let me just get there. What's the amount of money you want that man to make?
here it go, toddler
I would
brain.
say at least
Toddler brain.
I would say at least 115,000.
As if I'm being honest, I don't really like dating women with children.
Facts.
And it's not because they have children, it's just I don't live up to the standard they set for the man that they want.
Exactly.
When children say things that make no sense to me, they say things like, Ryan, I want you to love my child as if they're your own.
Kids don't like no mother boyfriend. You in there eating a snack. One of the kids coming in, my mother bought them for our lunch. Mama, Melvin, there ain't no snacks again. Except when a woman kick you out and you ain't got nowhere to go. And you just talking yeah, this I know what I am to this family. They see the kids and try to confide in them. Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be good. The kid is like, what? I ain't upset about nothing. I love you. I love you. Get your out of here, man.
Oh, that type of guy is somebody who don't work. That's a simp. Most definitely a simp. Most definitely a simp. That's why when she kick him out, he acting like that. If you had your own shit, you wouldn't even be there. She wouldn't even, because she'd be at your shit trying to run from them fucking kids of hers. That's crazy, but y'all women, y'all have to make better decisions. Us guys too, but the decision making is up to y'all. When we come in y'all and ask y'all, can we have y'all for JJ? Y'all can sit here and say no. You can say no, you can say hell no. But you don't. And you usually give up your for JJ to the wrong person. Then when you see the right person out there, when you got baggage with you, you thinking he's supposed to take on that baggage. When that other guy looking at it like, no, I just want to smash you. Just like how you got them other 3-4 kids and ain't no daddy there. Just let me, I don't want to add a kid. Just let me smash. And that's the mindset of a lot of these guys out here. I ain't saying that is right, because really you're just supposed to be with one person. Find you somebody that you love, you know, not somebody that you just want for sex, somebody that you actually love and that you can spend the rest of your life with. You get what I'm saying? That's what I honestly believe. But y'all ladies got to do better, man. Well, that's it for another video. Like I said, it'd be a true blessing if you could subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button below. You see that bell icon, hit it so you can be notified of my videos when they drop. And as always, peace, love, safety. Jay is out.